Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's N Square Sports coming back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about some NBA stuff. It just came out yesterday actually today they're deciding on it in the NBA that they're going to start back the NBA and they're going to go to a 22-team format. So they're not going to invite all 30 teams back, which they shouldn't, in my opinion. But they're going to have 22 teams, the 22 teams that they think have a realistic shot to make the playoffs. They're going to have 8 regular season games to play, and then they will go into a play-in tournament if needed for the bottom couple seeds, and they will play the playoffs. And so the NBA season is going to start on July 31st and go through October 12th. And so that has created some controversy of the timetable for everything. So, Nick, give me your opinion first on just everything that has happened recently.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they're actually moving stuff along. We see other things not really getting moved along like the MLB, but that's another topic for another day. I'm glad that they're actually doing this. I think this is honestly one of the best things they could have done. I really like it. I mean, we talked about in other videos that you sort of convinced me that 30 teams is not a good idea. they're doing, they're still doing conferences, which I'm a little disappointed about, just because I really wanted to see like the fourth seed Rockets face the seventh seed 76ers or something like that, but that's not going to happen. But anywho, it's still fine. I love that they're doing 8 more games to really decide seeding. Um, I think that's perfect. I think that's what they need in the NBA, and I'm fine with that. I think it gives everyone the fair opportunity without ending so suddenly. Um, I like that. I like where they cut off the limit on the Western Conference. I thought that was overall pretty good. And we're getting these 8 regular season games to get people ready for the playoffs. I really do think this is the best possible scenario that we could have ended with. Um, that I think fits it in general. But yeah, Nick, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I like that the NBA is back for sure, but there are some things that I would have done differently if I were the NBA. For one thing, I would have wanted to start back a little earlier because I feel like July 31st is still about 2 months away from now, and that just seems really, it doesn't seem needed to start that late. I feel like they
Mm-hmm.
could start earlier. They're saying that it's because of the Disney World workers because they need to get back and trained and everything for it and have everything ready. And then also the players need time to have training camp. But to me, I don't think really the NBA players need this long to have a training camp. Like they're pro athletes. They've worked out during this time. Like I feel like they don't need that long. I feel like they would just need a week or two maybe to train and then go into the regular season because I feel like that's kind of what the regular season games are for is to one predict playoff seeding but also to try to get just their feet back under them and get themselves like ready for the playoffs. But so I feel like it could start early July and then end around late September or so. I think that would be better. That I think they just don't need that much time to get ready for the playoffs, and also it's football season right around when they're ending. And I actually have a list here of some of the games that are happening right around when the finals would be, and around the last couple of games of the finals. So you have college football, you have LSU, Florida, Auburn, Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, Michigan, Michigan State, and then in the NFL, you have Tom Brady and the Bucks against the Bears. You have the Eagles and Steelers, the Giants and Cowboys. So some really, really good games in the NFL and college football that are happening right around when the NBA Finals would be. And for me, I just feel like I don't feel like the NBA is going to win that battle with college football and the NFL. They might, just because people are really interested in usually NBA finals, especially if it's a good one like LeBron against like Giannis or something like that. Then maybe, but I feel like if they ended it about a week, even well, probably 2 or 3 weeks earlier than they are, I think that would give them a better TV rating just because it wouldn't be in the middle of so many good other sports. So that's my only thing about moving it a little bit, further back, kind of, or not further back, but closer to now, instead. And also, maybe it's just because I'm hungry and I want to see NBA basketball, but also I think it is smart. It would be smarter for them to move it earlier. But yeah, so tell me a little bit more what you think about the 22 team playoff rather than the 30 team, and why do you think that some teams should have not gotten in that did? Because there's a couple teams I think that shouldn't have gotten in. I think it might have should have been a 20 or 21 team, but do you think
Um,
everybody it's fair or
I'll respond to your last comment just a little bit
yeah,
here. Is that I think they're trying to be cautious more so,
yeah,
and I think a good reason why it's the 31st is probably more so on the Disney aspect that
yeah,
they needed to push it back for the workers and to get everything situated. Um, I think they definitely could do it sooner. I think they're just playing cautious, so I'm fine with that, I guess. And if something were to happen, huge spike, and they had to postpone it a little bit more, I'm fine with it. Anywho, I don't really think the Spurs should have gotten in, but that's just me. I don't think they'll make it in. I mean, they pretty much would have to win out. So like,
yeah,
I'm not too concerned really. I don't really have any opinions on this to be honest. Maybe the ninth seed right now for the Eastern Conference, but really even then, I mean, I'm really not like I feel like the Pelicans could have been the cutoff line. The Pelicans and the Trailblazers could have been the cutoff line, and I think all of us would have been pretty happy and pretty fine. But I mean, I'm fine with it to be honest. Like I'm not going to complain. Um,
yeah,
it's not like they're going to do anything, and they were still in that position to where they're going to end up in a bottom. They're going to end up in that like 10 to 14 range for the lottery. So like, eh. eh.
yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty good with it too. I wouldn't have put the Phoenix Suns in there. I don't think they really have a chance. And the Washington Wizards in the East, I think, is the other team that, I mean, they don't really have a chance. They're like 5 games back, I think, which, I mean, they could, but it's highly unlikely. But like you said, it doesn't really matter because even like they'll show in these 8 games, they're gonna have to be close to winning out to even have a chance. And um, so yeah, and they're doing it to where the play-in tournament will be. I think if you're 4 games behind the A seed or better, then you'll get in that play-in tournament. So like for instance, the Wizards right now are 5 games back. So if they just go, if they stay 5 games back, they won't even be a part of the play-in tournament.
Mm.
So at least they're doing it to where you have to be reasonably close to get in to be in that tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with your point about the wishing it was just all one conference instead of East and West. I think that would have been cool. Because like you see here, there's 22 teams, 9 of them are in the East and 13 of them are in the West. So it really shows that the West is so much better. And if they did the top 16 teams, then it would be the 16 teams with the best record, which I would want to have, and I'm sure a lot of people are kind of feeling that now, but it is a chance for change in the NBA. Like this really will, if it goes well, then it really could spark a change in the NBA with everything. So yeah,
One last thing is I'm seeing stuff of what the NBA is talking about for alternative home court advantage because some
mm,
teams are complaining that they're not going to get any, which is respectable. I mean, the Nuggets can't get their wins now without their home field advantage, but there's 5 that I've seen proposed, and I just want to like briefly go over
yeah,
them real quick. It's and just sort of like quickly just say whether you think so or not, and I can respond with that. But the higher seed team gets possession to start the second, third, and fourth quarters. I think that
mm,
messes up the game. I mean, would you agree
yeah.
with
I
that?
mean, I would just like the same old way where whoever wins the jump ball gets it to start that quarter, and then the fourth quarter, and then the team that doesn't win the jump ball gets it the second and third. I think that's fair. I don't think the home court team really should get it all of the quarters. That doesn't make sense to me.
I
But
don't think the home field advantage is that impactful, to be
yeah,
honest. Also, the higher seeded team gets this one. I think is the most absurd, and I'd be actually mad if they put this in. The higher seeded team designates one player to be allowed 7 fouls before fouling out. I think that's absurd. I mean, as a Rockets fan, we'd be seeing PJ Tucker getting 6 personal fouls a game. Let's be honest. If this were the
yeah,
case.
I mean, I guess they're just trying to get it to where, if it's late in a game and you have a player who has 5 fouls, then they can go ahead and be more aggressive. Is probably what they're trying to do because they have 7 instead of 6. The interesting point I would make with that is, do you have to designate who the player is before the game, or can you do it as it's happening? Like if somebody gets their 6th foul, can they say this person is the person I want
I
to get
imagine
7
it have to be before the game,
before? So
and
that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like I don't know, but
I think you could do it some strategic. Like I mean, the Rockets would put it
good.
on PJ Tucker
Yeah,
or Rocco. Those would be the two guys they put it on because
yeah,
they know those guys are. I mean, pretty much in all the games that we watched with them, they were getting 5 or 6, 4 or 5, 4 to 5, 4 to 6 personal fouls a game.
yeah. That's true.
I disagree with that one a lot, and that one bugs me. Um, Higher seeded teams receive one extra coaches challenge. I'm fine with this,
Yeah,
honestly.
I that'd be. I guess that I haven't heard that one before, but yeah, that
I
makes the
wouldn't
most sense.
complain.
Yeah, yeah.
Higher seeded teams. This one I like. Higher seeded teams transport actual hardwood home court. I
So
like. There's no point to it, but it would be cool to see.
I think that's so dumb. Just because really home court, when you have home court advantage, it's more of your fans that does it. It's not the floor you play on necessarily. So yeah,
Higher seeded teams get hotel choice priority. I
I
mean,
mean,
like it's duh, sure, okay,
like
give it,
whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
It's one of those I just don't see the purpose in like
I mean,
not.
all the NBA teams are gonna get nice hotels. Like none of them are gonna go to a Motel 6 or anything. Like they're all gonna
Yeah,
get decently nice hotels.
and if you've ever been in a Disney hotel, they're all pretty nice. I
Yeah, I
mean,
know. Yeah,
the one that just bothers me the most is the fouling out one. Is the 7 fouls. That's the one where I'm like, if they added that, I'd actually be a little bit annoyed.
yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
Because I mean, dude, just put 7 fouls on Giannis. The dude's never gonna foul, and not like he really ever does, anyways. But still, like you're just saying, oh, this dude's playing the whole game now.
Yeah,
I don't.
I don't think there should be any home court things really. I mean, this is just a weird scenario to where, it's hard if you're a top seed and you worked for it all season long. I understand why they would be mad at it, but there's no really. I mean, other than maybe the coaches challenge, I don't think any of the other options are that good. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it is what it is. It's gonna be fun to see this. I'm excited. I mean, what we got, like I'd be less than 50 days, so woo.
Yeah,
But thank you guys for watching this video. Let us know your thoughts on the NBA returning and what you think they should do. Um, it's fun to see. It's fun to imagine who's going to be in the playoffs, and now we get to see it. It's actually coming to fruition, and woohoo! So thank y'all for watching, and make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Bye.